straight. There's a line on the first jump on the last straight. Once you're past that line, you cannot intentionally impede another rider. You will get disqualified, which means you move to last place for that round. We do have some new riders, new parents. If your rider does fall down, do not jump over the fence. Do not come out onto the track. That is a dangerous situation for your rider, yourself, and every other rider on the track. My word of warning here is that if you get into some of the faster experts and you cross the track in front of them, you have 8 nearly 200-pound men going miles an hour right at you, and that is not a fun time for anybody. So please do not jump the fence. All our volunteers are trained to respond, and we will get you if needed. With that, if you are a novice rider, when we say riders to staging, which we are going to do very soon, go ahead and head up because your novice classes will be at the very beginning of each round. There are 3 rounds, rounds 1 and 2 to qualify to the main event. And that is it. If you have questions, hit somebody up in signups. And if I could get everyone to stand up and remove your hats for the national anthem. All right, guys, we're going to get things started with our balance bike race. Balance bikes are going to get out here. I got to find my sheets to know who's on track. Quick reminder, guys, today is the Bob Warnicke Scholarship race. Hey, speaking of scholarships, Kagan, come out here. So today, all of your race fees go to the Bob Warnicke Memorial Scholarship Fund. And right here, Kagan Fetters is one of our recipients. What year? That was last year that you received a scholarship from this fund. So, guys, it does go back to our riders. There's an application process. And so what are you doing with your scholarship? Studying mechanical engineering at MCC, and part of that is covered from this race, guys. So thank you all for showing up and supporting that and supporting kids like Kagan who are out here. He's not even racing anymore, but he's out here volunteering today because that means so much to him. So thank you all very much. Thank you, Kagan. Are you trying to get him to race again? Yeah, he should. He's so fast. All right, I'm going to find my clipboard, but we'll wing it. It's been kind of a wicked day, guys. Thanks for dealing with us with our, or being patient with us with our technical issues. This is a good time to remember. We are 100% volunteer run here at the local level at Blue Springs BMX. I believe it is down here. All right. Oh, it's even the short clipboard. Excellent. Well, thanks for caring. Boy. We're good. Oh, we need third turn. Oh, Kagan. All right. Then we are ready. Guys, let's get this rolling. We're going to combine all our balance bikes. 2, 3, and 4-year-olds.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
They are off. We're on track with Maverick Robles, Grant Perrier, Lincoln Hall, Grady, and Blaine Kreisa. And I believe this will be Lincoln Hall's last balance bike race. He's in our current BMX Racing League program, and today is the big day. It's their last race, and he gets his full membership today. So that's going to be cool to see. But right now, we're going to cheer them all on around this track. What's up? All right, let's cheer these riders on. Lincoln Hall, Maverick Robles, Grant Perrier, Grady Kreisa, and Blaine Kreisa. Eventually, they're going to have to compete and not wait for each other. All right, guys, cheer our balance bikes getting across the line. They are getting ribbons today, but they can also get their Bob Warnicke scholarship certificate too, because that is the official award today. Brody Stafford to staging. Brody Stafford to staging. So riders, after every rider today gets a certificate. So if you do not transfer out of round 2, you can go ahead and get a certificate at the finish line. Every rider will get a certificate in lieu of trophies. That way all of the money can go to the scholarship fund. All right. We've got Blaine and Grady finishing it out. Are they gonna compete with each other, or are they just gonna roll it out, waiting? Oh no, it is on today. Look at that, Blaine and Grady finishing it out, guys. Let's have a hand for our balance bikes one more time. Getting out here, this bike is huge compared to those little kids. Now we're going to turn it over to the big bikes. Going to start with our 10-year-old cruiser class. Trenton T-Money Stewart, E.J. Hawthorne, and Braden Bullethead Holter in the gate. Got the hype music going. Curtis getting hyped up.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And they are off once again. Moto number 3, 10-year-old cruisers on track with Trenton T-Money Stewart, Edric, E.J. Hawthorne, and Braden Bullethead Holt. This is a total points race. Total points means they are going to race all 3 rounds. Low points wins. So first place is 1 point, second place is 2, third is 3. Total of all 3 rounds is what determines the final finish. Right now, that is E.J. Hawthorne sitting up front, Braden Holt in the 2, and Trenton T-Money Stewart in the 3.
Start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Moto number 4. We are on track with 15-year-old cruisers on track with Brody Stafford, Riley King, and Cody Velasquez. Little air show out of Brody Stafford going into turn 2. Lone 15-year-old out here making a class with a couple 12-year-old riders. So
okay, riders,
keep that in mind as you're watching this race. Another total points race right here. That is going to be Brody taking the 1. Cody Velasquez with your 2. Riley King going to be your 3. Moto number 5, 5 and under novice. We still got 9 riders here, guys. 9 riders in that 5 and under novice. So there are 2 groups, 1 of 5, 1 of 4. We're taking 2 out of the first round, and they will combine for a moto of 5 in round 2. Right now, huh? Yeah, the parent lane is number 11, guys. If you're up there helping your riders, please go down the chute that's at the very far end, closest to the bleachers. We're on track here with Maggie Welch, Kasem K-Bo Hall, Kyson LaRouche, Georgia the Hustler Campbell, and Addison Smilanich. Taking 2 out of this round. 2 will transfer out. They will not have to race round 2. They're going to transfer straight to the main event, which is the 3rd round of racing. And right now, that is going to be Kasem K-Bo Hall. And the second transfer out of round 1 is going to be the 215 of Addison Smilanich.
Ready, watch the gate.
Yep. All right. We got a rider we got to watch here today. Looking for some move-up action. Moto number 6, second rack of 5 and under novices with River, Mayhem Campbell, Weston Cross, Raven Cates, and Declan Kreisa. Sitting up front, that is Weston, followed by Declan on the 2. Top 2 are going to move on to the main event, skipping round 2. River passing at the half-track point, and Raven Cates. But right now, we're looking at the finish line, and that's looking like Weston Cross is going to hang on up front.
Random start.
And your second transfer is going to be Declan Kreisa. Moto number 7, 6-year-old novice on track with Christopher Robles, Carter Jackson, and Roman Hall. Another total points race here in this 6-year-old novice group. Coming out of turn 1, that is Roman up front. And then we got Christopher Carter battling it out for that 2 spot. Coming down the last straight, Roman Hall hanging on to that first place finish.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Second place is going to go to that 948 of Christopher Robles, and Carter Jackson going to get your 3. Moto number 8, Susie Crowley Cole, Layla Lynn, Edwin Welch, Chase Kilberg, and Colton Bunja in our 7-year-old novice group. Taking 2 of these riders straight to the main event. The other 3 will come back for round number 2, trying to qualify into that main event right now. That is Edwin Welch and Chase sitting up front. Layla Lynn going to try to get up into that 2 spot. We got a battle up front.
Attention.
All that matters this round is top 2. You just got to be top 2.
Riders ready.
That is going to be Edwin Welch and Chase Kilberg. Moving on to your main event out of Moto 8. Moto number 9, 10-year-old novice Remy Robinson, Haley Velasquez, Emma Smilanich, and Sal Lamano. Only the top rider going to move on to mains. The other 3 are going to show up for round 2. Right now, that is Emma Smilanich sitting up front, but the 217 of Sal Lamano going to try to chase her down. That is a big smile on Haley's face.
Attention.
I'm glad she's back on her bike.
Random start.
And your transfer is going to be Emma Smilanich. All right. Yep, Jacob Romig. We need you at staging. Jacob Romig at staging for Moto 12. Right now, Moto 10 coming out as 12-year-old novice Riley King, Everett E-Money Carlton, Connor Arnold, Jacqueline Harrell, and Harley Lucero. Riley King sitting up top, followed by that state 8 of Everett E-Money Carlton and Jacqueline Harrell sitting on the bubble, but top 2 are who's going to make it to the main event out of round 1.
Okay, riders, random start.
Ryan Poole to staging, please. Ryan Poole. And right now, your first transfer is going to be Riley King, with your second transfer being Everett E-Money Carlton. Moto 11, 14-year-old novice, William Lucero, Blake Laney, Maverick the Mav, Conklin, and Alex Masters. Top riders going to move on to the main event. The other 3 riders are going to have to stick around and race round 2. Right now, Blake Laney sitting up front, followed by Alex Masters on the 2. That top spot is all that matters this round.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Last call for Ryan Poole. Last call for Ryan Poole. Right now, we're turning our attention back to Moto 11, and that is going to be Blake Laney, your only transfer out of Moto number 11. Moto 12, 26-35, novice, Jacob Romig, Alvin Howard, Elizabeth Daly, and Blake Cates, but I believe we're missing one. But still, one rider going to earn that spot in the main event out of round 1. The remaining riders are going to have to work for round 2. Alvin Howard sitting up front. Friday night, he got his Volunteer of the Month award from the board of Blue Springs BMX. Oh, man, there is a push here at the end. That is going to be Alvin Howard just hanging on at the end. Blake Cates making a big push there at the end.
Attention.
Moto 15, 51, 55, novice on track.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
On track with Neil Pestka and Mike Blaine. I'd trade her. Hey, Shandy, good job cross-training into different volunteer spots. She said you're out of your comfort zone. I offered this job. So if you want to announce, I can go up there, handle the race gates. Oh, yeah.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start.
It's fun.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
All right, we got the 890 of Mike Blake getting a 1. The 810 of Neil Pestka with the 2. Ryan Poole will get a 4 for that round. We'll look for him in round number 2. Moto number 14, 6-year-old intermediates. Another total points race right here. Austin, Baby Cake Miller, Madden Kielberg, and Piper Harves. Austin, Piper, and Madden 1, 2, and 3 coming in out of the halfway point.
Random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
No transfers here. Every round counts for these riders. That is going to be Austin Miller with the 1. Oh, there's a battle here. That is going to be Piper Harves with the 2. Madden Kielberg with the 3. Moto 15, total points again. 8-year-old intermediate, Seth Daly, Jackson Smilanich, and Emmett Hall. That is Emmett Hall up front. Jackson Smilanich on the 2. Seth Daly on the 3. Coming out of turn 2.
Attention.
What was that, James?
Random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Oh, Emmett. All right, that is going to be Emmett Hall with the 1, Jackson Smilanich 2, Seth Daly with the 3. Good close race out of those 8 intermediate riders. Moto number 16, 9-year-old intermediates, Javier Baum Di Matteo, Lachlan Lightning Campbell, Brennan Hale, Graham, Golden Boy Little, Saccone, Betty Stay Ready Hall, and Cole Nelson. Graham and Saccone sitting up front. Brennan Hale sitting on the bubble, but we are only taking 2 into your main event out of round 1.
Random start. Riders ready,
that is going to be Graham, Golden Boy Little, and Saccone, Fetty Stay Ready Hall. Moto 17, 10-year-old intermediates, Adeline Hall, Trenton T-Money Stewart, and Nokasi Belcher. Close race on these riders as they're going down that second straight. We'll see what happens coming out of turn 2. Who's going to make a move? There we go. We got that state 6 up front.
Attention.
Well, I don't know who's who because none of them are the right ones on my sheet.
Ready, watch the gate.
There's a state 6 up front. Nokasi Belcher in the 2 and Adeline Hall in the 3. So that's Trenton with your 1, Nokasi with your 2, Adeline with your 3. Good close race out of those riders. Now we got them all straightened out on our sheets. Right now, 11-year-old intermediates, motor number 18, Dylan King, Zach Attack Bass, Brady Holeshot Barker, Benny the Jet Bass, and Vinny Lamano. Taking 2 of these riders to the main event. The remaining 3 will race it off.
Ready,
in round number 2. Right now, that is Brady Barker sitting up front. And your second transfer is going to go to the 857 of Dylan King. Moto 19, 20-year-old intermediates, Remy DiMatteo, Tucker Robinson, Anthony, A.J. Johnson, London Johnson, and Gunner, the Gladiator Nash. Johnson and DiMatteo. I can't just say Johnson there.
Attention.
That is A.J. up front, and Remy DiMatteo sitting on the 2 spot. Top 2 are going to go on to the main event out of round 1. That is going to be A.J. Johnson and Remy DiMatteo moving on to the main event. Moto 20, 13-year-old intermediates on track with Corbin Davidson, Kalen Kit Kat Holt, Archer Penny, and Kyle KJ Smilanich. We got a whole bunch of riders bunched up right here. Coming out of turn 2. Oh, we got a pedal slip. Davidson back on it. Only one rider going to go to the main event out of round 1. In and out of turn 3. Good close race. They are on the white line there. Kalen getting pushed up. That is going to be Archer Penny, your transfer out of round number 1. Moto number 21, 10-year-old experts, Xavier Davidson, Jackson Lynn, E.J. Hawthorne, Creighton Harves, and Braxton Wolverine Jackman. Xavier and E.J. up front. We got a couple riders. Oh, pushing hard, rubbing tires right there.
Attention.
Creighton and Braxton pushing hard on each other, but right now that is Xavier Davidson sitting up front. 2 riders moving on. And all the way to the stripe, the state 1, Xavier Davidson and Edric E.J. Hawthorne. Moto 22, 15-year-old experts, Brody Stafford, Zachary Hurricane Campbell, Jabrell Belgrave, and King Henry Campbell. Big ol' air out of Brody Stafford, Campbell, and Belgrave battle out of turn 2.
Okay, riders.
I guess there's 2 Campbells here. I gotta not just do last names today, Ben. They're all getting mixed up. But right now, that is going to be Brody Stafford snatching up your 1 transfer. Moto 23, 1720, Expert, Amir, Speed Racer, Tollefree, Super Cooper Kelly, Austin Hogue, and Sean Madden. 1 rider moving on to the main event. That is Sean Madden sitting way up front. Oh, man. We had a bike failure there. That is Sean Madden going to be your only transfer out of round number 1.
Ready, watch the gate.
Moto 24, 26, 35, Expert Darren Nash, Jason Mercer, and all the way out of Minnesota, Taylor Reedman. Taylor's got a few number 1s on his jersey, if you happen to notice that. World, Rock, Nag, and State.
Attention.
Here, riders. Random start.
Total points race right here, and that is going to be Taylor with your 1.
Watch the gate.
Darren Nash, your 2. Jason Mercer going to be your 3. And we are to the last moto of round number 1. We're out here with the 41-45 experts, Grandma Mary Wallace, Scott Johnson, Zachariah Hinton, and Nick Novotny. One rider going to transfer out right now. That is Nick Novotny up top. Scott Johnson and Zach Hinton battling on the back half of the track. Bonk. All right. Nick Novotny going to bonk his way down the last straight. Yep. All right, guys, that is round number 1. We are going to take a quick break. We're going to score up these moto sheets. We're going to get ready for round number 2. We're good down here at the finish line. We are good up there in staging. That sun, that fiery ball. It's a miasma of incandescent plasma.
Attention.
All right.
Okay, riders.
Round number 2, moto number 3, 10-year-old cruisers.
The gate.
Back on track in this total points race with Trenton, T-Money, Stewart, Edric, EJ Hawthorne, Braden, Bullethead, Holt. EJ sitting on a 1 from last round. Braden sitting on the 2, Trenton on the 3. Every lap counts. Low points wins. Right now, that is EJ Hawthorne sitting up front. Trenton trying to make a move. Slide up under Braden, Bullethead, Holt. We'll see what happens down the last half of the track.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Right now, though, that is Edric EJ Hawthorne looking like he's going to hold on to that 1 spot. Braden, Bullethead, Holt coming back and putting in some space for the 2. Trenton, T-Money, Stewart going to be your 3. Moto number 4, 15-year-old cruisers, Brody Stafford, Riley King, and Cody Velasquez. Another total points race here. Every lap counts. Right now it is Stafford, Velasquez,
Okay, right.
King coming to the finish line.
Ready.
That is how they're going to finish it. Brody Stafford with your 1, Cody Velasquez with your 2, Riley King with your 3. 5 and under novice combined, motos 5 and 6. So Shandy, you'll want to bump that counter up 1 till it says 6. There you go. All right. Training new people in their new spots. As I've mentioned, we're a 100% volunteer run. Everyone you see out here is doing it for the love of the sport. All right. We cannot have snark down here. All right, on track with Maggie Welch, Kyson LaRouche, Georgia the Hustler Campbell, River Mayhem Campbell, and Raven Cates. Top 4 are going to hang on for the main event.
Attention.
Any rider that does not transfer, make sure you go ahead and get your certificate here.
Ready. Watch the gate.
And that is going to be Maggie Welch transferring the 977 of River Mayhem Campbell. 2 more up for grabs. Right now, that's looking like Raven Cates going to get the 3rd transfer. And the 4th and final transfer going to Kyson LaRouche. Georgia, thanks for riding with us today. Moto number 7, 6-year-old novice, Christopher Robles, Carter Jackson, and Roman Hall.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
Another total points race right here. Right now, Roman Hall sitting out front. Going to get a pair of aces. Who's going to get the 2? It's looking like the 948 of Christopher Robles. Carter Jackson going to be your 3. Moto number 8, 7-year-old novice taking 2 to the main event. Susie Crawley-Cole, Layla Lynn, and Colton Bunja. Right now, Layla Lynn sitting up front. Susie sitting on the 2, Colton on the 3. Top 2 going to stick around.
Random start. Riders ready. Watch
Jacob Romig. Jacob Romig to staging. Jacob Romig to staging, please. And all the way to the stripe. Going to transfer out Layla Lynn. Got 1 more transfer spot on the table. Susie and Colton gonna battle it out, and that is gonna be Susie holding on. Colton, thanks for racing today. Moto number 9, 10-year-old novice, Remy Robinson, Haley Velasquez, and Salamano. Salamano sitting up front. Remy Robinson on the 2, Haley Velasquez wearing that big smile coming out of turn 2.
Attention.
What'd she say to you?
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready.
All right, all the way to the stripe. First transfer is going to go to Salamano. Remy Robinson going to transfer out. Haley, thanks for riding today. Moto number 10, 12-year-old novice on track with Connor Arnold, Jacqueline Harrell, and Harley Lucero. All right, Mike Blake. Oh, sorry, I forgot already. Mike Blake and Ryan Poole to
Attention.
staging, and also Jacob
Okay,
Romig
ready?
last
Random
call.
start.
Right now, back on 12 novice, moto number 10, looking at Jacqueline Harrell sitting up front. 2 spots are going to move on to the main event. Right now, that is Jacqueline Harrell, and the second one is going to go to Connor Arnold. Harley, thanks for riding today. Moto number 11, 14-year-old novices, William Lucero, Maverick the Mav, Conklin, and Alex Masters. Top 2 riders going to stick around. Right now, that is Alex and the 861 of William Lucero
Attention.
sitting on those top 2 spots.
Random start. Riders ready.
In
watch
and
the
out
gate.
of turn 3. Getting some air. But right now, that is going to be Alex Masters and William Lucero sticking around for the main event. Maverick, thanks for racing. Moto number 12, 2635 novice, Jacob Romig, Elizabeth Daly, and Blake Cates. But we only got 2 riders out there, so they are both moving on to the main event. They got a boat ride. Blake and Elizabeth going to hold on and race one more round.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
All right, Blake Cates and Elizabeth Daly going to be your transfers. Jacob, thanks for racing today. Moto 13, 5155 novice, Neil Pesca, Mike Blake, and Ryan Poole. Total points right here, but right now we've only got 2 riders on track. That's looking like Mike Blake and Neil Pesca.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
All right, that is going to be Mike Blake with your 1, Neil with your 2. Ryan Poole's going to get marked a 4. I know, but right now it's going to be marked 4 because he could still show up for last round. Even on total points? Okay. Well, at this point, it doesn't matter because the other 2 are going to get 1 and 2. Moto 14, 6-year-old intermediate, Piper Haars, Madden Kielberg, and Austin Baby Cake Miller.
Attention.
Austin Miller sitting on low points after round 1. Madden and Piper battling out for that 2 spot once again. Right now, Madden is sitting up front. That is going to be Austin Miller getting another 1. And Madden Kielberg going to tie it up. Piper and Madden tied up with 5 points each. Moto number 15, 8-year-old intermediates coming at us, Seth Daly, Jackson Smilanich, and Emmett Hall. Right now, they're looking like a repeat of round 1. Emmett, Jackson, Seth,
Attention.
2 and 3 coming out of turn 2. They are close.
Okay, riders.
Good racing out of these riders.
Riders ready. Watch
In
the
and
gate.
out of turn 3. Oh, we got a rider down in the gate. We're going to check that out. That was Emmett, Jackson, and Seth in that order. Right now, we're going to get these riders checked out. 9-year-old intermediates, Avi Abam Di Matteo, Lachlan Lightning Campbell, Brennan Hale, and Cole Nelson. Taking 3 of the riders. We got 1 rider down right out of the gate. We're going to score this up real quick. Brennan Hales, Lachlan Lightning Campbell, and Avi Abam Di Matteo. We're going to get Cole checked out. Once again, thanks for coming to join us on this beautiful Sunday. Nice, sunny, and warm. We're not going to have too many of these Sundays where we're not really selling the hot chocolate and bundling up. Trunk or treat next Sunday. Yep. All right, Cole is back up, guys. Let's give him a big round of applause. Going to do our trunk or treat after racing next Sunday. So we'll race. You can race in your costume if it does not get in the way of your riding. About 100 to 120 if you're bringing candy for your trunk or treat. Treat in your trunk. Next Sunday. All right, you can participate even if you don't decorate your trunk. That's fine. You can hand out candy. We're not gonna be that kind of sticklers. We know everybody is busy. All right, Cole finishing it out, man. That is the way to go. Flipping the gate is never a fun time, but dude, you got up, finished it out. That is great to see.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Moto 17, 10-year-old intermediates on track with Adeline Hall, Trenton, T-Money Stewart, and Nokasi, Noke Belcher. All right, crossing the line. Cole Nelson, guys. Finishing it out. Those are brutal crashes right there out of the gate. Right now, we're looking at these 10-year-old intermediates. That is
Attention.
T-Money Stewart sitting up front, Noke Belcher in the 2, Adeline Hall in the 3.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
And that is how they are going to finish. Trenton with your 1, Noke with your 2, Adeline rolling your 3. Moto number 18, 11-year-old intermediates on track with Zach Attack Bass, Benny the Jet Bass, and Vinny Lamano. Right now, that is
Attention.
Vinny, Zach, Benny
Okay, riders, random start.
taking 2 of the riders. Top 2 going to stick around for main events. Oh, they are battling down that last straight. Who's going to have the horsepower? That is going to be Vinny Lamano, and I can't call that one. Vinny's a transfer. Ooh, and Benny the Jet Bass getting the next transfer. Zach, thanks for racing. That was a close race, guys. Moto number
Attention.
19, 12-year-old intermediates on track with Tucker Robinson, London Johnson, and Gunner the Gladiator Nash.
Watch the gate.
Sitting up front is the 642, Tucker Robinson going to get a transfer. Gunner Nash getting a transfer. London, thanks for racing. Moto 20, 13-year-old intermediates, Corbin Davidson, Kalen Kit Kat Holt, and Kyle KJ Smilanich. I predicted this battle for this round right now. Kalen and Kyle and Corbin.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Taking the top 2 riders right now, and that is going to be Kalen and Kyle moving on to your main event. Moving on to experts, our 10-year-old experts on track, Jackson Lynn, Creighton Harves, and Braxton Wolverine Jackman. Braxton and Creighton sitting up front. Jackson Lynn sitting in the 3, top 2. Going to stick
Attention.
around.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
All right, good racing out of these guys, pushing each other in these expert classes. That is going to be Braxton Jackman and Creighton Harves moving on. Jackson, thanks for racing today. Moto 22, 15-year-old experts. Pumping it. Zachary Hurricane Campbell, Jabrell, Falcon Belgrave, and King Henry Campbell. Zach, Henry, Jabrell, 1, 2, and 3 coming out of turn 2.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random
Oh,
start.
man, they moving around. Jabrell makes a pass in the rhythm section. Zach Campbell going to get a transfer, and King Henry Campbell. Jabrell, thanks for racing. Moto 23, 17, 20 experts on track with Amir, Speed Racer Tollefree, Super Cooper Kelly, and Austin Hogue. Amir, Austin, Cooper, 1, 2, and 3 coming out of turn 2.
Random
Top 2
start.
riders going to stick around, race the mains. That is going to be Amir and Austin Cooper. Thanks for racing today. Moto 24, 26, 35, expert Darren Nash, Taylor Riedemann, and Jason Mercer. World 1 sitting up front. Taylor Riedemann followed by Darren Nash and Jason Mercer.
Okay, riders, random start.
And that is how they're going to finish. Taylor with your 1, Darren with your 2, Jason going to be your 3. Last moto of round number 2 are 41-45 experts. Grandma Mary Wallace, Scott Johnson, and Zachariah Hinton. Scott Johnson sitting up top. Gonna keep 2 of them around for the main event. Zach Hinton sitting on the 2. Grandma Mary sitting on the 3. And those are your transfers. Scott Johnson. And Zach Hinton. Mary, thanks for racing today. And guys, that is round number 2. We're going to take another brief break, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, if we could get one more person to help hand out certificates down at the finish line. Every rider's going to get a certificate. So we need one more person to help out down at the finish line, handing out the awards for today. Yo,
Attention.
Coach Dan. Coach Dan
Okay,
heading
ready?
down.
Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
We are back on to Moto number 3. 10-year-old cruisers making their last lap. Total points race right here. We got Trenton T-Money Stewart sitting on 6 points. EJ Hawthorne sitting on 2. And Braden Bullethead Holt sitting on 4. Right now, they are sitting in the same order they've been all day. EJ, Braden, Trenton, 1, 2, and 3 coming out of turn number 2.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start.
And that is going to be your overall
Ready.
finish.
Watch the gate.
Going to be the same. EJ Hawthorne with your 1. Braden Bullethead Holt, whoa, your 2. And Trenton T-Money Stewart going to be your 3. Moto number 4, 15-year-old cruisers sitting on low points. Brody Stafford, Cody Velasquez on the 2, Riley King on the 3s, and that is they're sitting in the main event.
Attention.
Okay, riders. Random start. Riders ready. Watch the gate.
And to the stripe, Brody Stafford going to be your overall 1, Cody Velasquez your overall 2, Riley King your overall 3. Full gate of these 5 and under novices: Maggie Welch, Kasem, Cabo Hall, Kyson LaRouche, Addison Smilinich, River Mayhem Campbell, Weston Cross, Raven Cates, and Declan Kreisa. Sitting up front, we got Kasem Hall and Weston Cross. Sitting in the 3 is Declan Kreisa. Emma Smilinich on the 4, wanting to get up on the podium. All right, guys, cheer them on around. And get ready to cheer some more because I believe this is win number 10 for Kasem Cabo Hall. Moving on up to intermediate.
Ready. Watch the gate.
Getting his 10th win. Second place to Weston. Third to Declan. Moto number 7, 6-year-old novices: Christopher Robles, Carter Jackson, and Roman Hall. Roman sitting on low points with 2, Carter with 6, and Christopher with 4. All right, 5 and unders. Good job finishing it out. That's a big track for some little kiddos right there. Right now we are back on Moto 7. Roman Hall sitting up front. We got a close race there between Christopher and Carter coming out of turn 2. We'll see what they do down that rhythm section.
Random start.
Pushing hard through there. They are going to set it up.
Watch the gate.
Pretty close going into turn 3. But right now, that is going to be Roman Hall locking up the 1. Christopher Robles, your 2, and Carter Jackson, your overall 3. Moto number 8, 7-year-old novice: Susie Crowley Cole, Layla Lynn, Edwin Welch, and Chase Kilberg. Yeah, there is no after practice this Sunday. We've got an event after our last session of BMX Racing League. A lot of riders out here have been through our Racing League program. Almost 600 riders over the last 7 years that we've brought into the sport through that program. This is going to be our last one for 2024. This is our last night, but right now we're going to look here, and that is going to be the 165 and 870. Edwin Welch and Chase Kilberg going to be 1 and 2. Layla Lynn, your 3. We're going to get Susie checked out here on the rhythm section. Moving on to Moto number 9, Remy Robinson, Emma Smilinich, and Sal Lamano. Emma coming out fast, guys. Let's cheer for Susie. She is up having a chat with Ben. Think she's going to finish it out. That's what we like to see right now. That is going to be Emma Smilinich with your 1. Oh, the 277. Salamano going to be your 3. Remy Robinson, Sal, your 2. Remy, your 3. Oh. All right, Susie, glad to see you finishing it out.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Moto 10, 12-year-old novices on track with Riley King, Everett E. Money Carlton, Connor Arnold, and Jacqueline Harrell. That is your kid. It is. I tell you what, guys, down here at the finish line, it is hard to keep track of your own kid. We don't even know. We are looking at number plates, and it gets pretty hectic, especially on Fridays. That is Riley sitting up front, Everett E. Money Carlton on the 2, Jacqueline Harrell on the 3, Connor Arnold on the 4.
Okay,
On the
riders,
back half of
random
the track,
start.
and they are going to hold that position all the way.
Riders
Riley
ready,
King going to be
watch the
1,
gate.
Everett Carlton your 2, and Jacqueline Harrell going to hang on to the 3. Moto 11, 14-year-old novices, William Lucero, Blake Laney, and Alex Masters. Not a total points race. What you see is what you get. Blake Laney, Alex Masters, and William Lucero. That's the order they're in at the half track point.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And all the way to the stripe. Going to be Blake Laney with your 1, Alex Masters with your 2, William Lucero going to be your 3. Moto number 12, 2635, novice on track with Alvin Howard, Elizabeth Daly, and Blake Cates. Not total points. Blake Cates sitting up front, Alvin Howard on your 2, Elizabeth Daly on your 3.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And that's going to be the finish order right there. Blake Cates 1, Alvin Howard 2, Elizabeth Daly your 3. Moto 13, 51, 55, novice Neil Pesca, Mike Blake, and Ryan Poole. Mike sitting on 2 points, Neil on 4, Ryan on 8. Coming out of turn 2, we got Mike, Neil, and Ryan. That's the order they're running. I predict,
Okay,
looking at
riders,
that third
random
turn, that's
start.
probably how they're going to finish, and the points are going to sort that out too. That is going to be Mike Blake with your 1, Neil Pesca with your 2, and Ryan Poole going to be your 3. Moto number 14, 6-year-old intermediates, total points right here. Piper and Madden tied up 5 points each. Austin Babycake Miller sitting on low points with 2. Pair of aces in round 1 and 2. That is Austin up front, followed by Madden and Piper.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Down that last straight, Austin Miller going to lock up that 1 with a 3rd ace for the day. Madden Kilberg going to do your 2 and 2 overall. Piper Harv's going to get the 3. Moto 15, 8-year-old intermediate, Seth Daly, Jackson Smilanich, and Emmett Hall. Emmett with 2, Jackson with 4, and Seth with 6.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And crossing the finish line, that is going to be Emmett Hall, your overall 1. Jackson Smilanich, your overall 2. Seth Daly going to be your overall 3. Moto 16, 9-year-old intermediates, Avi A-Bomb, DiMatteo, Lachlan Lightning Campbell, Brennan Hale, Graham, Golden Boy Little, and Saccone Fede, stay ready, Hall. Woo! Hall making a move, trying to get under Graham Little, pushing hard. We got one expert in here with a bunch of intermediates.
Attention.
Okay, riders,
Making the
random
move
start.
again. We got a drag race down the last straight. That is Graham Little, Saccone, Fede, stay ready, Hall. That is Little, Hall, and Hale going to be your finishing order. Those are moves right there out of those riders. That was a great race. Moto number 17, 10-year-old intermediates, Adeline Hall, Trenton T. Money Stewart, and Noak Belcher. Trenton on the ones, Noak on the twos, Adeline on the threes. Good competition here in this class.
Attention.
It is cool to see that you'll see groups of kids as they
Okay, riders,
age up
cleanup
and
start.
move up together. They keep
Riders
pushing each other.
ready, watch the gate.
That's when you get good close racing. And right now, that is going to be Trenton Stewart with your 1, Noak Belcher with your 2, Adeline Hall going to be your overall 3. 11-year-old intermediates on track with Dylan King, Brady Holeshot Barker, Benny the Jet Bass, and Vinny Lamano. Barker sitting up front, Dylan King on the 2. Got a lot of moves being made and set up coming out of turn 2. We'll see what happens down that rhythm section. A lot of races are made and break right there. And that's what happened. Benny the Jet getting around.
Okay, riders, random start.
Lamano getting around, but that is going to be Brady Barker, your 1, Vinny Lamano, your 2, and Benny the Jet Bass, your 3. Moto 19, 12-year-old intermediates, Remy DiMatteo, Tucker Robinson, AJ Johnson, and Gunnar the Gladiator Nash. AJ Johnson sitting up front, Robinson on the 2, DiMatteo on the 3.
Attention.
See what happens in that rhythm
Okay,
section,
riders,
guys.
random
All that
start.
time spent there learning how to pump, catching those backsides.
Ready,
Pays
watch the
off
gate.
right here. But right now, that is going to be AJ Johnson, Tucker Robinson, and Avi DiMatteo is going to be your finish order. 13-year-old intermediates on track with Kalen, Kit Kat Holt, Archer Penny, and Kyle KJ Smilanich. Smilanich, Penny, Holt, 1, 2, and 3 going into turn 2. They are
Attention.
pushing hard. These riders
Random
battle
start.
each other like nobody's
Riders
business.
ready,
Setting up.
watch the gate.
See what they do coming out of turn number 3. That is KJ holding on to that one spot. Penny on the, oh, Holt getting around on the 2. Penny on the 3. Moving on to experts. 10-year-old experts on track with Xavier Davidson, EJ Hawthorne, Creighton Harves, and Braxton Wolverine Jackman. Davidson, Hawthorne, and Jackman. Oh, they are
Okay,
bumping
riders,
bars
random
and
start.
trash talking as they go around. All good trash talk,
Riders
not bad
ready,
trash talk.
Watch the gate.
There needs to be a little chatter. That is going to be Xavier Davidson with your 1, EJ Hawthorne your 2, Braxton Jackman your 3. Moto 22, 15-year-old experts Brody Stafford, Zachary Hurricane Campbell, and King Henry Campbell. Stafford, Zach, and Henry, 1, 2, and 3 coming out of turn number 2.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
That is going to be Brody Stafford, your 1, Zachary, your 2, King Henry, your 3. Moto 23, 17, 20 experts, Amir, Speed Racer Tollefree, Austin Hogue, and Sean Madden. Madden and Tollefree battling up front once again. Austin Hogue chasing him down.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random
It's like
start.
all on 2 wheels on this
Riders
on the
ready,
track
watch
right
the
now.
gate.
Madden and Tollefree. Madden with your 1, Tollefree your 2, Hogue your 3. Moto 24, 26, 35 experts, Darren Nash, Taylor Riedemann, and Jason Mercer. Total points here, Taylor on the 1s, Darren on the 2s, Jason on the 3s.
Attention.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
And to the stripe, it's going to be that World 1 plate. Taylor with your 1, Darren with your 2, Jason going to be your 3. Last moto of the day, 41-45 experts, Scott Johnson, Zachariah Hinton, and Nick Novotny. Novotny, Hinton, Johnson. That is going to be Nick Novotny with your 1, Zach Hinton with your 2. Scott Johnson going to roll your 3. I think he said something hurt. Ankle. The broken ankle. Racing on a broken ankle. All right, guys, that is a race for today. Thank you all for coming out. We do have an event afterwards, so no sticking around, no after practice. We will see you all next